Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's GTA 5 video, we're going to be talking about how Rockstar is fighting back against hackers that have seemingly taken over Grand Theft Auto Online. So to give you guys a quick refresher, the other week, Grand Theft Auto 5 became available for free on the Epic Games Store, which is a digital game store platform similar to Steam, platforms like that. And obviously, this is one of the biggest free games that Epic Games Store has ever done. I mean, just the other day, Take-Two Interactive, Rockstar Games' parent company, announced that in under 7 years, they had sold 130 million copies of GTA 5. So it's one of the biggest video games in history, and naturally, when it becomes available for free, even if it only is on one system PC and on one digital marketplace, you would think that probably hundreds, if not hundreds of thousands of free copies would be given away. And this led to a ton of hackers taking over the game. Because naturally, when you've got these free accounts that the game is essentially giving you, you almost have no risk for modding and hacking and maybe installing mod menus and stuff like that. And even if you do get banned, you can just create another account. Well, that promotion has since come and gone, and it looks like Rockstar has fought back on this in a pretty funny way, or at least they're gearing up and ramping up to fight back against these cheaters. So the other day on the GTA forum site, Rockstar Games insider TezFunds2 said this. He said a new background update was pushed. I believe it checks players' names, possibly due to cheaters changing their names. Okay, so Rockstar pushed out a background update that allows them to check players' names due to them consistently changing. And apparently, if you install mod menus on PC, you're able to really change your name to whatever you want. In fact, I've even seen a couple instances of this where people have sent me messages saying like, hey, Mr. Boss, I just played with you in Grand Theft Auto Online, or Mr. Boss, you just sent me a message in online through the in-game phone. It very likely isn't me. On PC, you can, again, change your name to whatever you want. So you could make it exactly my name, Mr. Boss for the win. You could make it some sort of variation of it. So just be aware of that hackers and people using mod menus can very easily do that. So this background update essentially allows Rockstar to check players' names so that even if they do change their names, they'll be able to track them to the original source. And as sort of a follow-up to that, it looks like TezFunds2 ended up editing that post a couple hours later, saying a new background update was pushed. It sets extra profanity checks on text messages. This shall stop cheaters from sending messages with custom font size and colors. And it looks like the update is PC only, which would make sense because you're not going to see that sort of stuff on Xbox One or PS4. For that matter. So apparently it did more than just check names. It also added extra profanity checks on text message. And unfortunately, that's another thing that people using these mod menus can do is they can send sort of global alerts, not only to the entire lobby, but to individuals as well. And they'll have these custom font sizes and colors. And oftentimes they'll say some pretty explicit, nasty stuff. And that's unfortunate when there's no way you can avoid something like that popping up on your screen. I mean, if you're just minding your own business, you shouldn't have to be bothered by someone that's just trying to ruin everyone's day. So it does look like Rockstar is trying to ultimately crack down on this. Now, how successful they will be, I'm not sure. I still think because the game was available for free, there are a ton of hackers that have just infiltrated the game. In fact, in that first video, we actually looked at an article by Zach Zwiesen on Kotaku, and I actually want to take a look at a couple more articles that were written. This one comes from Screen Rant. The title of this is GTA Online's Hacker Problem is Even Worse After Free Giveaway. The article says Rockstar Games' hacking problem in Grand Theft Auto Online has only gotten worse following its release on the Epic Games Store. And even though the title has been available for multiple consoles and PC from all the way back in 2013, there was so much demand to grab Grand Theft Auto 5 for free that the recent giveaway ended up crashing the Epic Games Store altogether. The article goes on to say aliens aren't the only thing players should be watching, as hackers in Grand Theft Auto Online appear to have gotten even more out of control since the game's release on the Epic Games Store. And there seems to be no limit to the weird mods appearing out of the blue in its online mode. So that's just another article that has been written. There was also another article on The Independent saying GTA 5 free Grand Theft Auto download leads to wave of hackers and online cheaters. And this article goes on to say an influx of new GTA 5 players has led to complaints about hackers in the hit crime video game. Grand Theft Auto 5 has been available to download for free on the Epic Games Store for almost a week. And when the giveaway was announced, many players correctly predicted that this move would see a rise in the amount of hackers in the game. In fact, public lobbies have been disrupted as hackers have done things such as flood the game with hundreds of airplanes, crash the servers, and trap other players in cages. All examples that we've seen in previous videos and things that if you play GTA 5 on PC in a public lobby, you pretty much have to deal with every single session. There was also another article on Game Rant that is Grand Theft Auto Online hackers are running rampant right now. The article goes on to say, it would seem as though Grand Theft Auto Online community has seen a massive jump in players, as it's free on the Epic Games Store this week. Unfortunately, not all of the players that have jumped into the game are out to play fair, as hackers and modders have been flooding into servers now that they have free access. Players have voiced their annoyance with hackers coming into the game, disrupting everything, and some players have reported getting trapped in cages with random NPCs and objects spawning right on top of them, while others are finding that jumping into a public session can result in some interesting mods being added to their own character. In fact, this article even poses a question. The problem has gotten so bad that players are beginning to ask, will GTA Online ever become normal again? And that's actually a good question that I think I will ask you guys to answer in the chat. If you end up playing on PC, or if you do play on PC, do you think that Grand Theft Auto Online will now ever become normal again after this Epic Games Store free promotion? I think the answer is probably not. I mean, it was already pretty bad. Like, some sessions you could get away with it. But now with this, I just see like no way to escape people using mod menus and whatnot. So hopefully Rockstar does something to do about that. But for now, it's not looking all that great. Another article by the site Metro, GTA Online swamped by cheaters and hackers after free offer. And this article is interesting because they talk about how it's actually having an effect on single player. And that if you spawn into a lobby where, let's say, for example, someone is modding UFOs into the game, and then you jump back into single player, it's actually affecting your single player. And this is actually something that I've seen a lot of players notice, that you'll see UFOs all over the place. It also seems like players have the ability to send you messages, even if you're in single player, which is really weird, getting a message from a random online player when you're either Michael, Trevor, or Franklin. So it has more of an effect than just on Grand Theft Auto Online. I mean, we saw that. The Epic Games Store ended up crashing. It broke other games connected to the store, like Fortnite and whatnot. So it's really weird that it's having such an impact on not only GTA, but other titles as well. And the last article I saw came from PC Gamer, where they said GTA Online cheating even more rampant during free giveaway. And they had this to say: there are two reasons to be mad about the otherwise great news that GTA 5 is free on the Epic Store right now. One is that you recently bought GTA 5 for $30, but not recently enough to get a refund. That sucks. Or two, you enjoy playing GTA Online without modders spawning cages on your head. As anyone could have predicted, the free copies of GTA 5 have resulted in a spike of cheating. And given that permanent bans are no big deal when there's no money on the line, over the last week, one acquaintance called GTA Online unplayable, partially because Rockstar servers aren't handling the influx of players well, and partially because of the modding. So honestly, I don't know what to expect in Grand Theft Auto Online over the next couple of weeks and months. It's uncertain that any big changes will actually occur without a new update arriving. Sure, Rockstar can do things like the background updates we talked about in the beginning of this video, but I think that only really helps them identify who is cheating, who might be using mod menus. And I'm sure Rockstar is doing their best to identify those players and then properly ban them, but as far as putting in like a new anti-cheater system that prevents this altogether, number one, I don't know if Rockstar is capable of doing that. If they have, I'm pretty sure they would have done that by now. And then number two, it would very likely have to wait until a future update, which who knows when that actually might be. So again, I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. Let me know what you think about this entire situation going on in online. And has it affected your GTA Online experience? Let us know your thoughts, opinions, and more in the comments down below. If you guys did go to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new, or you want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and Red Dead Redemption videos that I'm doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.